So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to welcome you to episode number 11 of our FIFA 19 Wolves career mode. Today, we're going to be wrapping up the January transfer window here as we go through deadline day, and you'll see a couple of games, maybe 3 games actually, in total after that. Now, if you've missed any of the episodes or any of the playlist, there'll be a link in the top right of the screen, and you can also go and check out the most recent episode. Now, if you have missed it, you can see on the screen that we sold Ivan Cavallero. He's not exactly a player I wanted to sell, but a 14.7 mil bid came in. I couldn't really ignore that, to be honest with you. He's a very, very good player, but that was like double his worth. So we decided to sell him, and it means that we now need to bring in a replacement along with the other signings we made this season. So I'll give you guys the option of 3 players: Jadon, Sancho, Amadou, Haidara, and also Ismaila Sarr. A large portion of you voted in that poll, which I love to see. Love you guys getting involved in the votes, and you in the end, kind of unsurprisingly, decided to go with this man here, Jadon Sancho, the Englishman from Borussia Dortmund. I've been getting maybe a little bit carried away with the Portuguese team. Obviously, Wolves is still an English-based side. We need to have some homegrown players in the club, and you guys deciding that starts now. Jadon Sancho is the man we're going to try and bring in. So we're going to go into negotiations here. The only reason for that really is that it's deadline day. If my assistant manager messes this one up, we're actually done for. So he only wants a squad roll of rotation, which is very, very easy to do. So we're going to go ahead and accept that one. Realistically, he'll be one of the better wingers at the club by the end of the season, probably with the amount of growth and maybe some training. Release clause is getting disregarded, and he doesn't even want that much of a wage increase. He just wants some bonuses. We'll remove that bonus and leave the signing bonus. That's fine. That's quite low, actually. And we'll submit that, see what he's saying about 18.5k. Now he wants 19. That is literally fine. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to accept that, and Jadon Sancho is going to be joining from Borussia Dortmund. That is literally mind-blowing how we managed to pull this off for not that much, £9 million for Jadon Sancho. Pretty much nothing as a signing bonus. His wages are really low. That is absolutely insane. So here he is, the new number 7. Jadon Sancho has joined from Borussia Dortmund, and I'm very, very excited about this signing. He's already a very decent player, but he has got the potential to grow to a ridiculous overall. He is going to be the best player in this side at some point in this series, hopefully very soon. Very pacey, good balance, as you can see, 89 agility there too. Ball control and dribbling also very, very high on this kid. Now, one final thing we are going to do in this transfer window is hopefully going to be another savvy bit of business. With Raul Jimenez going back to Benfica at the end of the season, we'll be left without a proper backup striker. We have signed Jonathan David as a very much future signing, but he will not be ready to take the place of Jimenez for next season as a backup. He'll only be 71, maybe 72 rated. So what I'm going to try and do is bring in a player on a pre-contract agreement, and the player we're going to go for is this man here, Munir of Barcelona. About 77 rated, I think, as a guesstimate at the start of the game, but he's got a potential to grow a lot higher than that. So we're going to approach to sign him on this deadline day. We've already done a lot, to be honest. We've already signed Jadon Sancho. This would be another very decent signing as well, and he'd obviously join Andreas Pereira as a pre-contract signing during the course of this transfer window. The only issue I have here is I know nothing about this guy. I haven't scouted him yet. So the problem, it's going to be a bit of a difficult one. I'm going to offer him important just to be safe, because I think he'll storm out if I say rotation. The only issue here is we've been asked to pay for the wages. Oh god, I've got no idea. I've actually got no idea. I saw him in a save before, and he was on 110k, but I've got no idea what he'd want. Should we just go for 110k? This might be a risk here, to be fair. Let's go for 110k and then a signing bonus of what? If Jadon Sancho had a signing bonus of 150, Munir's is probably going to be about 270, maybe 300. I mean, we've got a lot to play with, realistically. We've actually got a lot of money, and we'll submit that. Oh, for the love of God, please don't storm out the room. That's a fair offer. Munir is happy with that. The relief is huge. We have brought in another player on a pre-contract agreement then, this time a Spaniard from Barcelona, and he joins one of a couple of Spaniards at the club, Johnny Otto, obviously, Rafa Mir as well, who's on loan, obviously Adama Traore as well, so quite a few Spaniards now going to be at the club. Munir joins the list. So we've obviously bought brought in Munir then as a pre-contract signing. Worth noting as well, obviously, the other player that we've done that with in this transfer window is Andreas Pereira. I think we've done very well, to be honest with you, as far as pre-contract signings are concerned. If you're wondering about Pereira, these are his attributes. You can see quite all round on the physicals, apart from his jumping. Very decent technical, short passing and ball control being the highlights there. As much as this might be an unpopular opinion, I don't think we're going to do anything else here on deadline day. I know we've got £7 million left over, but what are we actually going to do with it? Part of me wanted to bring in a new centre mid, but then I remembered we've got Andreas Pereira coming for next season. We can survive till then. I want to bring in another centre back, but we haven't got the money to do that. £7 million isn't enough to bring in a decent centre back. We're going to simulate, obviously, because you can sign players out of the transfer window on FIFA now. If there are any players that you want me to sign going forward desperately, drop them down in the comment section below. I can always agree a fee outside of the transfer window, and then they'll just arrive in July rather than imminently. So as you can see now, transfer deadline day is over. That is it for the transfer window. Couple of decent signings in my opinion on that deadline day. Slightly annoying one, and it's a good job I suppose we brought in one of the players we did. Jadon Sancho will have to come in and immediately replace Jovane Cabral, who broke his collarbone in training, so he's out for 2 months now. Time then now for game number 1 of this episode. We had a very good, successful transfer window in my opinion, and now it is time to get back into some game time. Into February, we are away from home at Goodison Park against Everton. Here we go then at Goodison Park. No surprise, Joseph Martinez is being highlighted as the player to watch out for. It's going to take some effort, if I'm honest with you, to beat that record of Mo Salah's, which is ridiculous. It's like 32, isn't it, across the season? So this is strength v strength. This is, I think, what, the least goals conceded versus the most scored. Obviously, in comparison to Everton, we've got one of the worst defenses in the league. Obviously, I know, as I said just then, we have one of the worst defenses in the league compared to Everton here with one of the best. I do take into account what you guys say. I know, obviously, because of that, a lot of people have been saying you need to bring in a really good centre-back to obviously negate the fact that you're conceding so many goals, but the problem is we don't really have the cash right now to actually splash on a centre-back who will do that job, if that makes sense. So, Johnny Otto, Samaseku, that's into Ruben Neves with the first-time shot, and you know he is going to score from there. Ruben Neves has done it again. Absolutely unreal. The celebration is quite frankly a travesty, but Ruben Neves has scored another goal from distance. This guy cannot stop scoring at the moment. You knew it was coming as soon as he let fly, and a very impressive finish again from that man there, Ruben Neves. That is his 11th goal in the Premier League. Okay, I was not concentrating on commentary there, but Rui Patricio, brilliant save, lad, from the looping shot from Cenk Tosun. Samaseku down the line for Johnny Otto, and now over the top here for Diogo Jota. This is a great attack here from Wolves. Jota towards the back stick for Adama Traore. What a finish on the volley from Adama Traore, set up by Diogo Jota, and that is a really nice finish. I wasn't necessarily expecting him to score. With the technique that he went for, he's flipping Jackie Chan karate kicked it in at the back stick. What is this? It's an interesting technique, I can't lie, but he's found the back of the net, that's all that matters. He's literally karate kicked it. Phenomenal, brilliant scenes, Adama, mate. That's just what we needed from you. Edge of the area here is Diare Samaseku. Goes for the strike, and it's saved by Jordan Pickford. Was a very decent effort. He connected well with it there, did Samaseku. Neves going to try and go ahead and cover. Ball in is to Tosun, who was not marked by Dendoncker. And Everton have got a goal back here. That was a really poor goal to give away. I mean, yeah, Walcott did well to get past Johnny Otto down the right-hand side. Brilliant. But when he puts the ball in, you want your defenders to be marking someone. And just poor again. This is where we concede so many goals. Like, what is Dendoncker doing there? Shambolic. Fair play to Willy Bolly, who's been very good in this game. He was marking the man he was meant to be marking. But Dendoncker, you've got one job, lads. Just look at the man in the box. He's the main striker. He's the one striker. That's literally your main job, son. So with 23 minutes this game to go, we're going to see one of the debuts. There's 2 changes coming. Diogo Jota and Diare Samaseku are off. Renato Sanchez is on, but Jadon Sancho, fresh after joining from Borussia Dortmund, is making his full Wolves debut. Down the right is Adama in absolutely acres of space. In the middle is Renato Sanchez, if he can be found. It's Renato Sanchez, and it deflects in. That's 3-1, and that's the goal we needed. Yet another counter-attack, set up this time by Adama Traore down the right-hand side, and Sanchez off the bench is there to grab our third of the game. So there you go, 3-1. Renato Sanchez gets himself on the score sheet. Decore flicks it onto Yerry Mina, dealt with by Willy Bolly, acrobatically falls to Balassi, I think that was. Rui Patricio with a very, very easy save there. Johnny Otto, Moutinho, that's for Sanchez, over the top towards Martinez, and into the back of the net for 4. The diving header, Martinez. We couldn't have a game without him scoring realistically. In injury time, we settle the game. Really nicely worked. Renato Sanchez could have gone for the shot himself. Decided to try and tee up Martinez so he can try and get this goal-scoring record. 4 in a game again. I don't know how many times we've done that, but I think we might have done that a solid 6 or 7 times now in this season already. It's another very, very convincing victory. We had a bit of a worry, a shaky period. After Everton scored, they very much got back into the game for 15 minutes, but once we scored our third, it was literally game over, to be honest with you. Man of the match was the second goal scorer of the game, Adama Traore with a 9.6, a 9.1 from Ruben Neves, and also a 9 rating off the bench for Renato Sanchez. Now, I actually forgot to do this part at the start of the video, but your player of the episode from last time was that man again, Josef Martinez. However, we're now in another transfer window, so even though he's now accumulated more than 10 points, we can't actually transfer boost him or loan glitch him until the start of next season. We will do that then. Second place was Ruben Neves in that vote, so he gets 2 points, and Dione Samaseku gets himself 1.2. Our manager rating right now is 93. 93, and that's the highest I've ever seen. We are going to have the most disgusting transfer budget for Season 2. Oh my life. Time now for game number 2. We're at home against Newcastle for this one. A couple of changes. Jadon Sancho gets his first start as a Wolves player, and also a couple of changes in defence. Leander Dendoncker has not been massively convincing recently. He was at fault for the Everton goal, so Connor Cody is in to replace him, and Matt Doherty is also in to replace Kevin Mbabu. Slips that one there forward towards Ruben Neves, who goes for the finesse off the post. What an effort! Moutinho puts it in on the rebound. Is he onside or off? He's onside. It's a shambolic goal, to be honest. It's almost a goal I'm actually ashamed to have scored, but it was an amazing effort from Neves off the post. I almost wish the original had gone in. It was actually awful. Like, it was controlled by the Newcastle defender, Lejeune, into the path of me. What an awful goal. What an absolute... The less said about that, the better. We're leading, but I'm embarrassed to be leading in that circumstance. Damn, Hayden. Lovely back heel there through. Great block from Bolly, and it'll go out for a corner. Newcastle look good, to be honest. Great passing play. That's Muto. Good block there from Willy Bolly again. It was very solid in the Everton game, was Willy Bolly, and he's doing a pretty decent job in this game as well. Lovely block there from Muto. Atsu will swing this corner in from the left-hand side into the box, onto Lejeune's head, cleared off the line by Doherty. Challenged there by Neves. Muto with some great strength though. Leo Baptistao in towards Hayden, but a poor shot. Rui Patricio claims. Atsu now into Muto, who's been an absolute thorn in my side. Otto gets it clear, only as far as Hayden. That's now into Murphy. Back into Hayden again, and saved once more by Patricio. Simple one from him. Hayden here out wide to D'Ambrosio. Down the line here is Leo Baptistao. No, it's not, it's Muto. Muto in towards Baptistao, cleared by Bolly. D'Ambrosio. Hayden nods it across, and damn! This is an absolute sitter for Newcastle. How on earth have they not how have they not scored? How have they not scored in this game? That's an awful miss. Patrizio was nowhere near it. Newcastle are literally bending me over and slapping me silly. Muto in towards an attacker, and somehow that's not ended up as a pen. I mean, it wasn't a foul, but I don't know how on earth the defender came, I think it was Connor Cody, came across and actually dealt with that one. Murphy fouled there. Ball in is towards Atsu, dealt with by Doherty. Damn, into Hayden. Baptistao on the turn, wide of the post. It's not even half time, and Newcastle are surely into double figures of attempts in this game. The most one-sided first half maybe of the series ends, and we are winning it. despite being utterly battered. What a shambles of a game so far. Joseph Martinez can't get there. Well won by Sancho. Moutinho there in space, and he's cracked it off the crossbar from there. How on earth has he not scored from that distance? He was right ahead of goal. He connected with it brilliantly, but he just didn't even need to hit it that hard. Newcastle have not been anywhere near as dominant as they were in the first half, but they're coming forward regardless with Diawara, and well pushed past the post by Patrizio. It won't even go out though. Neves go for the finesse, and he does so, and it wasn't too far away. Obviously, a shot like that is what created the first goal and the only goal so far of this game. That is the end of the game, and somehow, having had literally one big chance in the entire game, we come out 1-0 victors. The man of the match in the end, I think it says a lot, was one of our defenders. Johnny Otto got himself an 8.5. I can't remember a time where he's won man of the match before, so I think that's a first. Willy Bolly, Connor Cody, Matt Doherty, and Rui Patrizio are our other best players. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update as to how our youth academy is going at the moment. So just going to quickly show you the guys in it. We've got Morgan Moore, attacking mid, still 15, not eligible to be promoted yet, but he's 61 rated, 84 to 94 potential. We've got Ed Hall here, 54 rated, 81 to 91. Jordan Jackson is new to the academy, decent overall, 77 to 94, looks promising. Yet another English player here in Charles Wright, a right winger, interestingly enough, 73 to 93 potential. Alvaro Estevez is the first of the Portuguese players, 73 to 94, not a great overall, but still a good potential. Cesar Valente, in contrast to that, very decent overall, better potential. Bernardo Lobo there, 74 to 94. Ugo Anibal, a left back, 71 to 87, not so great. Callum Bennett as well, 72 to 88. Both of those guys, we'll have to wait and see as to whether they end up getting promoted at all. Roald Alcunha as well, 74 to 82, quite average. Rui Faria. Max Jackson here is the only goalkeeper, I believe, in the academy, 76 to 90, 60 overall as well, which is very decent at this point. Fernal Pauleta, 72 to 86. Toby Hall, 76 to 94, 55 rated. And then finally, Agostinho Madeira, left back, 70 to 94. And Ethan Murphy, 73 to 94, a holding midfielder. Alright, so here we are. Final game of this episode sees us at home again at the Molineux. This time we are welcoming Leicester to Wolverhampton. Here's Samaseku. Nice turn into Sanchez, that's through to Martinez, back heel, not quite a back heel, but what a save from Stefan. So I was expecting the back heel, but he didn't go for it in the end, but that is an incredible save from the American. Really nice finesse effort actually from Sanchez. That was going top corner from Sanchez, and that is a really, really smart save. In a pretty stale first 15 odd minutes of this game. We had that one chance with Sanchez that was well saved by Stefan, but overall been kind of cagey. Leicester haven't really got their passing game going in this game. Mendy, good ball into Vardy, laid off for Maddison, saved there from Patrizio. Maddison back out wide here to Mark Albrighton. Ball is deflected off Samaseku. Bolly gets it clear, only as far as Ndidi. They're keeping the ball very nicely. Ndidi in towards Vardy, well intercepted by Bolly again, who's been brilliant in this game too. We actually can't string 3 passes together. Part of it is because nobody is making themselves available at all. As soon as my centre-backs get the ball, my full-backs turn into wingers. And then there's barely anyone through the centre to actually find. It's really poor, actually. Who do I pass to here? Sanchez and Moutinho are playing in the same position. My fullbacks and wingers are playing practically in the same position. Sanchez out wide here is Helder Costa. Ball in his back in towards Sanchez. Oh, what a miss from Renato Sanchez. Could have grabbed himself his second goal of the episode, and he's put that one well wide. Didi back to Maddison again. Leicester looking threatening here. Vardy's running in beyond. It's Jamie Vardy. Saved at the near post very comfortably, though, by Rui Patrizio. Leicester coming forward here with Fuchs. There's plenty of men in support. One of them is Jamie Vardy, and we have now been punished. 78 minutes gone, and Jamie Vardy gives Leicester the lead. Just over 10 minutes, and that is literally it for us to get a response in this game. It was quite poor. There was lots of Leicester players going forward. They'd clearly gone on to attacking, and we just didn't have the numbers to deal with that many players going forward for Leicester. We need to go out and attack, ladies and gents, and we need to try and get this goal back and try and get back onto level terms. Babu's going to have to try and track him, ball to the edge of the area from Didi through to Vardy even. Why did I say Neves? What am I on about? Jamie Vardy has scored 2 in 6 minutes and we're done for. That is it. It's game over, fam. That's it. We're done out here. 2-0. Why did I call him Neves? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We are screwed. We had this coming, in fairness, since the Newcastle game. We've actually been really, really poor. That is it then. Full time, a 2-0 loss at home to Leicester City is a frustrating one. Just the momentum just seemed to gradually dissipate from our side as the episode went on, really. Really convincing win against Everton. Dominated it. Then pretty much dominated by Newcastle. Somehow get the victory in this game. Very poor, very sloppy, and punished by a much better side in Leicester City. Our best player was Willy Bolly. He didn't get man of the match overall. That will have obviously gone to Jamie Vardy realistically, but Bolly was pretty decent. I think he's definitely a contender for player of the episode. He's been very good in, well, I say very good. We've conceded quite a few goals, but he's been good, certainly for a defensive performance in this, as far as this series is concerned. Good enough to get in that vote. Sanchez with a 7.5 was pretty impressive, and Helder Costa with a 7.3 was active down the right. So after today's episode, we find ourselves in 5th in the league. Not bad, actually joint on points with West Ham. They've got a better goal difference than us though, and a game in hand actually. In the background though, now you'll be seeing the Hall of Fame, and as you guys know, this is where all the accolades and records are kept for this series. I've actually remembered to change Ivan Cavallero to the record sale. That was Roman Saiz. I forgot to change it. Obviously now is the £14.2 million transfer, I do believe, of Ivan Cavallero, so I've changed that one, and obviously everything else is also up to date. Again, if there's anything you want me to add, drop it down in the comments. And now in the top right of the screen, you'll be able to vote for whoever you thought was the player of the episode in today's video. There should be a decent amount of contenders, despite some pretty lackluster performances in the final 2 games. That, though, is going to be it for today's episode of the FIFA 19 Wolves career mode here. It's been a pretty up and down episode, in fairness. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but hey, it is what it is. We did some good transfer deals. We played well against Everton. If you enjoyed this video, though, slap a like on it, and of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter and Insta are at @theofficialfng, and links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
I've been smoking and drinking. Say the weed and the voice got me thinking skeptical. Boy, you better know when I'm under the influence. If I say shit, then I meant it all. Had a flashback when I used to kick ball, and the coach told me I weren't technical. Man, I lost all the air in my lungs, and it's like a man took a low blow to the testicles. Like you see the spare time, I invest it all to the music. Dug deep, now I'm seeing improvements. Still force